Whoa. Alrighty, let's do this, shall we? Alrighty, so welcome to today's video. I asked you guys on my Instagram. If you don't follow me, you should definitely check it out. But I asked you guys to ask me a couple of dance or cheer related questions just for fun, and I want to know what you guys are wondering. So let's get straight into it. My first question is, what's your favorite cheer and dance performance that you have ever done? I reckon for cheer, it'd probably be, oh god, what year did I do cheer? 2018. That's right. I think Spring Carnival and Pinnacle were really good in 2018 for cheer. That was level 4. Definitely my favorite team and routine itself, so that was like my favorite. And then for dance, I really liked my pink lyrical and also the red one and also the dark pink one. I really like any lyrical contemporary routine, but if I had to pick a favorite, it would probably be the red one. Next one, favorite costumes for both cheer and dance. I actually got asked this question twice, so don't know why, but I thought I should tell you guys. My favorite cheer costume definitely has to be the Maya Christmas Parade. I'm joking. It'd have to be my level 5 costume for Lady Assassin. I really liked the dark colors and also the boots and that it was shorts and not a skirt. And for dance, my favorite costume is probably either that red lyrical that I spoke about before, my blue World's Jazz back in 2017, or the new World's costumes for this year that we never got to wear. I've just heard descriptions about them and they sound like they're going to be my favorite, so that as well. Do you really have to mow your lawn right now? Okay, how was your recovery process after badly injuring your foot? Let's get into this one. So I actually hurt my foot at Worlds in 2017 and I actually did it on both day 1 and day 2 doing the exact same jump. If you haven't seen my last video, I actually made like a little joke about it, but I'll put it in here just in case you haven't seen it.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
But I ended up getting a Liz Frank injury, which is where you like displace the bone in your upper foot, and then I also ruptured and tore some ligaments as well. So I kind of made a mess of it.
Really? Couldn't tell.
But getting to the question, when I found out I needed surgery, I feel like my mum was more upset than me. I feel like that time in my life, I was so consumed by cheer and dance that like I just wanted a break. I know it sounds really bad. I really wanted a break and it really didn't affect me that bad, but it did suck. I think it was either battle or states, but just being on crutches and seeing my friends like, you know, getting closer as a team, that part kind of really sucked about it. And then also when I got back into dancing and I was still having issues with my foot and still having the exact same pain, probably even worse, that was really frustrating as well. But I don't know, it made me more motivated and inspired. So I think the break was good for me, but it was very frustrating at times.
I'm sorry, I genuinely rambled on for way too long, but it was a very tedious process. I was in a boot for a couple of weeks, crutches for 12, boot again for 4 weeks, surgery the next year. It was just a mess. The whole process is just so long and you can't really do anything about it, so yeah.
So hopefully I answered that well enough. Alright, this next one is pretty juicy. It is, did you ever have to deal with toxicity, I can never say that word, between studios at competitions? So with this question, I don't think it's ever been to the point where it's like really toxic between clubs or teams that you're versing. Obviously you're gonna have like a bit of tension and rivalry if you know you're versing a certain club and they're in your age group or whatever. But I don't think it's ever been to the point where it's like really toxic and like unhealthy at the competition. And like of course if you're in the warm-up room, you want to try and like psych out your competition, just whip out like 5 kick turns and a couple of standing aerials. I know I do that sometimes. But I like to think all clubs are very connected and like not too competitive that it's like really unhealthy. I've said the word unhealthy so many times.
Maybe it's a sign you should stop eating unhealthy.
Can you flip? No. Did you struggle to balance school and dance in the last few years of high school? I did. I really struggled and I got to the point where I was just so frustrated that I didn't have enough time to do anything. I feel like it is really challenging, but then also if you're an elite athlete with whatever sport you do, doesn't have to be cheer or dance, can be basketball, netball, footy, whatever. But I feel like if you're heavily involved with it, you become a much more organized person. But the way I dealt with it was just to figure out what nights I did have a bit of spare time.
Can you shut up?
But I did really struggle in year 12 if something was due or I had a sack at the start of the week and I had a really busy weekend at a comp. That was really difficult, but I just really had to make sure I was prepared like a couple weeks earlier. Sometimes I wasn't prepared and that was reflected in my sacks, but I passed anyway. And yeah, I just learnt to make better use of my time when I did have time. How did you become flexible? I know this is going to be a bit of an annoying answer, but I feel like I was naturally flexible, but I feel like because I was dancing so long and at such a elite level, I don't want to sound like cocky saying that, but like I did train a lot, which meant I would be stretching at least like 4 times a day for all my classes. So I feel like that really made me like progress and become more flexible. It really just depends how much you want to stretch and how often. Biggest tips for dance auditions. So I feel like whatever audition it is, if we're talking about dance, try and be prepared in all different areas. So if you feel like you're gonna have to like sing or do improv or have like a routine choreographed or something, they're just like the extremes, but just make sure you're really prepared for it. Another one is to be invested and interested the whole time. So when you're in the audition, don't stand on the bar, don't lean on the wall, just have good posture, look like you're really interested and invested in the class. Another really important thing is to not stand back and don't hold back. This is something I really struggled with. I hate being the center of attention. If I'm in an audition, I hate going in the middle and I hate going in the front row. I feel like my mum as a dance teacher really pushed me to put myself in uncomfortable positions. I feel like it definitely helped in audition situations. And also another one that I feel like is really standard is to just present yourself really nicely. Do your hair well, wear a little bit of makeup if you want, wear something unique, don't wear something that everyone else is going to be wearing as well, because you'll just blend in. My sister asked this one, what was it like auditioning in front of Abby Lee?
Traumatic.
There were thousands of dancers in this massive hall.
We're gonna go back to that Placeit and smile at Gianna, ready?
And we just did like a masterclass, we learnt the routine, and then she started picking out her favorites. I genuinely didn't know. I didn't have social media at the time and I didn't know what to expect because everyone was saying, oh my god, Ashley's gonna be there, the Ripka twins are gonna be there. I was like, who are these people? Didn't know what was going on. I didn't know how big of a deal it was. And the fact that she was like picking out her favorites and I was in the top 20, then the top 10, I was like, what is going on? And anyway, all of a sudden she was like, all right, stand in a straight line. So I'm standing next to this really talented guy and some other girl that's like 18 and like incredible. And I was like, what, 14 at the time? And she's like, all right, I'm gonna go one by one by this end of the floor. I was over here. So I was like, whew, thank God I can think about what's happening. And she's like, I want you to sing. My heart dropped. I've never taken a singing lesson in my life. I hate singing. I don't even do it. That's like a fear of mine. I hate singing. But there were so many people and the fact we had to sing one by one literally terrified me. I was standing there, not knowing what to sing, about to cry, wanted to go run out of the line and go sit down because I was like, nah, I'm not having this. Anyway, she's at the start of the line. Ashley does something, I can't remember, but I'm pretty sure she was good. She stays and then the Ripka twins sing happy birthday and she's like, nah, get out. I was like, so we're taking this seriously. She was coming up to me and I still had no idea what to sing. I think there were like 3 people left. And I was looking at my mum and my sister and they were trying to like mouth a song to me and I was like, what are they saying? And they were mouthing to sing Girl Party, which was the song that Mackenzie just released. So I was like, okay, that's not hard. You just say a couple of words in the chorus and then you're good. Anyway, it gets to my turn. My voice is breaking and cracking because I'm that nervous. And I literally did the wrong tempo, missed a couple of words, and apparently because my friend from school was actually in the audition as well. And she said that Mackenzie was laughing at the time and like embarrassed because I was singing her song, but probably because I sang it so bad. But I ended up staying for some reason. And from there, I think I made top 6. I didn't make top 5 because I was too short. But end of discussion. I'm terrified and I now have a phobia of singing. So moving on. What is one song you think is overplayed at comps? I love this. This is so cool. But let me have a think. Just letting you guys know, I do all-star competitions, not like a Stedford. So obviously the music that's played is going to be a little bit different because I feel like the styles are pretty different. But I've actually written a couple of songs that I reckon are overplayed. I could not pick one. Overplayed songs, in my opinion, at all-star comps are The Greatest Showman, obviously The Greatest Show song. Also the Hunger Games one, Everybody Wants to Rule the World, everyone uses it. Also the theme of like Ice Queen and the Castle song from the Huntsman Winter's War. So many people use that. Also the Run Boy Run, I don't even know if that's the name, but all the good teams use that and it's just been used like the past 5 years. And then the last one, I don't know the name of it, but it's Michael Demeski's So You Think You Can Dance finals routine that he won with. I don't know, pop it on the screen. but that's the song. What would you pack for food and what would you eat after a comp/concert? So the night before a competition, I'd usually have a good spag bowl, or if I'm not that hungry, I'd probably have like eggs on toast, something with like protein that I'm just gonna like keep in my body, and carbs, energy, all that stuff. And then the morning of comps, I'm usually like an anxious mess and I just can't eat. I literally have the worst stomach pains all day because I just don't eat. I just can't. So in the morning, all I have is toast and an up and go. And then what I pack throughout the day for a comp, I'm one of those people that rely on everyone else to bring food. It's so bad. I feel like everyone has the assumption and like stereotypical thoughts that like being the coach's daughter, you have like everything packed beautifully and you got your food packed and it's all like nutritious. No, all I pack is like Powerade, a red one and a blue one, and I call it a day. But if I do pack something myself, I'd probably chuck in a lot of lollies. I'd make myself like a Vegemite sandwich or something, and just like shapes. I feel like that's typically what's in my bag on a comp day. And then whether it's a comp or a concert, afterwards I feel like it's a tradition where you pick out on the fattiest food you want. So Macca's, KFC, Pancake Parlor, oh my god. Everyone goes to the Pancake Parlor after the competitions that are at the State Basketball Center. It's so funny. Name the dance styles you do in order of least to most favorite. So I'll go from favorite to least favorite. I'd say contemporary, lyrical, even though they're kind of the same thing. I think I like contemporary more. Jazz, tap. I know, how surprising that tap is 4. I actually like it. Ever since last year, love it. Then I'd say pom, and then ballet. It's okay, I just get really bored. And then hip hop, because I suck at it and I'm just really unclear. I wish I was good at it and had like a natural style, but yeah. How long did it take to get your twist? Oh my god, honestly, ages. But it really depends on how hard you want to work on it. I was stuck on a half twist for so long. I just didn't know how to get that extra rotation. The difference between a half and a full is just such a complete different feeling. I reckon I was stuck on my half for like 3 years, but that's because I was focusing on other tumbling skills and making them better. I just didn't focus on that. I think I got my full on the floor consistently maybe like 3-4 years ago, and then it was in my routines and it was just so easy. But I don't think I could do it now. No way. I don't think I've done it since my last surgery, which was like December 2018. I don't think I've ever done it since. But if you're trying to get a full twist, don't get disheartened about that, because I did not consistently work on it. So if you just keep trying, I'm sure you'll get it in a much quicker time frame than me. And now my lucky last question for today. What is your funniest hairstyle, costume, and a photo of you while you are dancing? God. So my funniest hairstyle would have to be at the competition in Aussie Gold. It was our open dance routine. It was a literal bird's nest on our head, and I feel like everyone in my team at the time would agree that was the worst hairstyle we've ever had. So I'll pop that on the screen. My worst costume would have to be either my Tin Man costume for tap or this rainbow acro costume. Genuinely, a 4-year-old would wear that. And then photo, I have a couple of dodgy cheer ones, but I don't know about dance off the top of my head, but I will make sure to search through and put them up on screen for you to laugh at. So yeah, they are all my questions I'm answering today. If you guys have any more, or if you want a part 2 of this, make sure to comment the questions down below so I can keep them, and just whenever I have a collection to answer, then I will film a part 2. But if you did enjoy this video, make sure you give it a like. If you aren't subscribed already, make sure you do it, because I have some good videos coming and planned for the future. But besides from that, thank you for sending through your questions. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video.